to my channel and welcome to this week's entertainment rundown. So I'm just going to give you the scoop of what's been going on this week, just some of the top stories that were going on. So get into this video. Recently, Nicki Minaj actually released a single with Gucci Mane called Make Love. So Nicki Minaj, she's going off in this song and it seems like she's taking a few shots. So I'm gonna let this song play. Listen to this.
You see, silly rabbit, to be the queen of rap, you gotta sell records, you gotta get plaques.
Now, I don't know exactly who this song is directed to. I think it was directed to Remy Ma, because Remy Ma did take a few shots at Nicki Minaj, but she then cleared up rumors that they were beefing. So it could have been at Remy Ma, but it also could very well be at Lil' Kim. Now, Lil' Kim hasn't said anything in the past year about Nicki Minaj. So, whoever she's talking about, who knows? Okay, so Donald Trump is in hot water, like always. Anyway, recently this week, he claimed that Sweden was having problems because they were allowing a lot of Syrian refugees into their country. Now, the Swedish embassy replied and said, "What problems?" What are you talking about, Donnie? So he's coming up with these alternative facts, and a lot of people are not here for Donald Trump at all. In fact, this week on President's Day, there was a Not My President protest on President's Day. Like, I've never seen so many protests against a president like this in my life. Sooner or later, all the pot lovers in California are going to be protesting because apparently the White House is trying to do a crackdown on recreational marijuana use. So if Donald Trump passes this law, folks are going to be pissed off. Now, recently, Donald Trump got into a little bit of a scuffle with the LGBTQ community. I hope I said that right. Yeah, he got into a scuffle because basically he undid President Obama's laws on transgenders using certain public bathrooms. You know, Donald Trump kind of did away with that law, and now we have somebody who is really upset, and Caitlyn Jenner is not here for it.
Finally, I have a message for President Trump from, well, one Republican to another. This is a disaster, and you can still fix it. You made a promise to protect the LGBTQ community. Call me.
Anyway, Caitlyn, all I have to say is sit down somewhere. Go sit down. You're the one who voted for Donald Trump, and now you're getting upset that he's not working out toward your own interests. So you don't care if he affects everybody else. But as soon as he affects you, it's a problem. Girl, bye. Moving on to the next story. Karrueche Tran actually filed a restraining order against Chris Brown. Now, as you all know, or may not know, Karrueche Tran was Chris Brown's girlfriend for a number of years, I believe, and their relationship was very tense. You know, there's a lot of problems within their relationship, and Karrueche Tran has been trying to get away from Chris for the longest.
TMZ has learned that Karrueche has filed a restraining order against Chris Brown for multiple reasons. One, he vowed to kill her. Two, he's beat her up in the past. Karrueche said several years ago that he punched her twice in her stomach and threw her down the stairs. The restraining order requires Chris to stay 100 yards away from Karrueche, her mama, and her brother.
So yeah, as you heard, Karrueche Tran was saying that Chris Brown threatened to kill her. Also, Chris Brown has abused her in the past, and a lot of people are trying to say that Karrueche just wants attention, and they're trying to say that she's lying. These are the Chris Brown fans, okay? They're a little delusional, and they'll go to extreme lengths to defend Chris Brown, but in this situation, you cannot ignore this because Chris Brown has a history of being abusive. So why would she be lying now? One of Karrueche's friends named Kate Cola said, when Chris was out of jail, he lived with Karrueche, EJ, and Aaron above me and I called the police because I would hear it. Me and my manager got into it with him one time. No need to lie, it does nothing for my life. And she basically revealed that the police was called to their house several times. However, the police did not do anything. What is the police really good for? Anyway, the police didn't do anything, and Chris Brown has been getting away with just mistreating Karrueche for the longest. So Karrueche eventually left, and Chris Brown has been stalking her ever since.
If I love you, bitch, ain't nobody gonna have you. I'm gonna make you miserable. I'm gonna chase that nigga out. I'm gonna chase your ass around, and it's done.
And Chris Brown is very serious about that. In fact, when Soulja Boy actually tried to holler at Karrueche, Chris Brown took it upon himself to say that Soulja Boy don't like her pictures. So basically, Chris Brown was threatening Soulja Boy. This is how the whole Soulja Boy and Chris Brown fight occurred. Soulja Boy was showing interest in Karrueche, and Chris Brown, being the stalker boyfriend that he is, or ex-boyfriend that he is, he was not having that. So that's how that whole situation escalated into just a pointless beef. But anyway, Chris Brown, he really needs help. He needs an intervention in the worst way, because this is not a good look for his career. It's not a good look for him personally. So he really needs to get it together. Okay, so another story that took place in Anaheim, California. There was an off-duty police officer who got into a scuffle with several teenage boys. What happened was the police officer actually fired gunshots. Thankfully, none of the boys were hurt, but he fired gunshots for the stupidest reason. Just watch this video.
That you hear? Yeah, I heard. Then why you got me on to me still? You back there, you're the one who's hurting right here? In front of you?
Oh, it's your problem.
Let's off it!
So the backstory of this situation is this off-duty police officer apparently was upset that these boys kept, walking across his lawn. I guess they were passing by his lawn and they kept, trespassing on his property. So he got mad, It was one of those days where he didn't want to be messed with. So he went outside and he picked a fight with these teenage boys. So one of the boys, he actually grabbed him, as you saw in the video, and just manhandled him, and his friends tried to come to the boy's defense. Now what we did see on video was the police officer firing his gun, and the police officer claimed that he fired his gun because the boy said he will shoot him. But one of the boy's friends confirmed that he said he's gonna sue him. So that was a misunderstanding right there. And the boy said he was gonna sue the police officer because this guy was manhandling him for no reason. So just a hot mess. And unfortunately, this kid was actually arrested because, of course, the police department always works in favor for the police over the actual civilian. This was a whole misunderstanding. This was an incident that didn't need to happen. But instead, this police officer decided to take it upon himself to fight this boy and fight these kids and fire his gun when that was completely unnecessary and that would have killed one of the boys. So it's just a horrible situation, and a lot of people were protesting against this. So not a lot of people were happy about this footage at all. Okay, so this is great news. Astronomers from the NASA program actually found 7 new planets. So they found out there was a star which was 40 light years away. They found a star and they saw that there are planets rotating this star, and there were 7 planets. So go figure, there's a whole nother solar system out there. And what reporters are saying is that these planets are not made of gas, they're actually made of solid rock. So these lands can actually be inhabited. So we're gonna see if there is some living creatures over there in that other solar system. But I think that's really cool that NASA just made this great discovery. So we'll see what comes of it. But don't be coming up with these alien conspiracies. No, I doubt there's any life over there. Now, if there is, I'm wrong. I'll admit to being wrong, but I don't believe in aliens. Okay, so here are a few quick stories. An NBA player named Deron Williams was recently traded from the Jazz team to the Cavaliers. So I'm sure LeBron James is ecstatic about this because he's been trying to get more players on his team because he wants more rings. I also wanted to say congratulations to Magic Johnson, who recently became the president of the Lakers. So this is great news. Also in other news, Beyonce is quitting Coachella. And the reason why she quit Coachella was because her doctor said it wouldn't be wise for her to perform. Because as we all know, Beyonce is getting ready to deliver any moment now. We got like, what, a month or two left before our cousins get born? Just kidding. But yeah, the doctor told her not to perform at the concert, and she will be performing in 2018. All y'all Beehivers, y'all could save money now if you want to go see her perform next year at Coachella. Alright? And I knew she was going to quit. In fact, she actually got paid $1 million just in case she wouldn't perform. So that was one of the contract agreements that she made. So, get money. Rap artist Rocco and rap artist Future got into a little bit of a disagreement. Not a little bit. It was a huge disagreement. In fact, Future, he's a popular rapper now, but before he became poppin', he was on Rocco's record label in 2011 called A1 Records. However, Future made a breach in a contract by signing up with Epic Records. And Epic Records, they offered Future a 7-figure deal. So Future saw that and let me go on, move to the dark side, okay? So he accepted the money and moved on to Epic Records. However, this broke the contract with Rocco, and Rocco is very upset about this. So right now in 2017, they're doing an official settlement. So the settlement is being worked out, but Rocco, he wants $10 million, all right? He wants 20% of all Future's earnings, including touring and sponsorship, and he wants that $10 million. So will he get it? I don't know, but he's gonna have to get something because Future did break the contract he was signed to with his record label, so Future is gonna have to owe him something, but I don't think it'll be as much as $10 million. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. That is the entertainment rundown for this week. I will see y'all next time, and bye. Hey, check out my channel to see more videos on hair, beauty, fashion, and entertainment.